This November, we'll be voting on whether to legalize recreational marijuana, but in October, it will be legal in Canada.
Despite that, it's still illegal to cross the border with it. The mayor of Windsor says the benefit of living in a border city is enjoying and visiting both countries.
As Karen Drew explains, that's why he wants everyone to know the laws dealing with marijuana, especially at the border.
Living in a border city, we have the benefit of enjoying two different countries. In a matter of months, though, when we visit Canada, marijuana will be legal, but U.S. law still applies at the border. A short drive through the tunnel or across the Ambassador Bridge takes you into Windsor. It's not just a different city, it's a different country.
You know, the beauty of living in the Windsor-Detroit area is certainly that we have the opportunity to experience both of our countries.
On October 17th, it will be legal to buy and use marijuana in Canada for recreational use.
I think it's a progressive move, and I think that Michigan is not far behind.
I think it should be legalized, just tax and proper policies put into place.
As a mayor of a border town, certainly there are concerns that we have with respect to the visitors that we get from Michigan and elsewhere in the U.S. Coming here, and some of the differences that exist between what will be legal in Canada and what is not legal in the United States. And we want to make sure that people who come here don't have a bad experience and that they're fully informed when they cross the border.
When Canadians travel to the U.S. or Americans return home, U.S. federal law applies at the border.
This bright red line at the border is something we all need to consider because federal law will apply at the border, notwithstanding what's legal or not in either province or state on the other side of that border. U.S.
Customs and Border Protection tells Local 4 it will enforce the law. In a statement, the agency says, although medical and recreational marijuana may be legal in some U.S. states and Canada, the sale, possession, production, and distribution of marijuana all remain illegal under U.S. federal law. Consequently, crossing the border or arriving at a U.S. port of entry with marijuana is prohibited and may result in seizure, fines, and apprehension.
We need to be able to inform folks when they're crossing the border what the laws are and how it will impact them.
Windsor Mayor Drew Dilkin spoke to a Canadian Senate committee ahead of the vote, pushing for an education campaign. Now that it will be legal in October, the Canadian government put out a series of public service announcements, including one warning citizens not to take it over the border.
The punishment for a Canadian who's crossing the border with marijuana can actually be a ban from the United States for life. So it's a very serious consequence for people who live here and rely on access to the U.S. market to see family, to see friends, to see shows, to buy groceries, and just to experience the best that this region has to offer, which is being able to go to another country about 10 minutes away.
Windsor's mayor wanting to make sure everyone's experience is a good one. Provinces like Ontario are still working out how they will regulate the sale and the use of marijuana. In Ontario, you must be 19 years or older, and it will only be available for sale online initially. It could be sold in private retail stores by next April. I'm Karen Drew, back to you.